Welcome in, Taff. Welcome in, James, Dulsandu, Miss Murder, Diana. Welcome, guys. How's everybody doing today? So yeah, we've got a bit to discuss today, don't we? With the whole Niantic being a bunch of jerks and deciding to change a bunch of stuff in the game, which is probably going to affect our spotlight. Sorry, not our spotlight hours, our raid hours just slightly, eh? Um, yeah. So yeah. How you doing, Rob? Welcome in. Welcome. So, how's everybody's feels? How's everybody feeling about the game? Because I can tell you right now, there's a lot of angry people in the community. And yeah, there's a lot of very disheartened people in the community, and there's a lot of very angry. I already said angry, but yeah, angry. There's more angry people. Lots of angry people. Mr. Duck Mike. Why has everybody become a duck? What's with the duck stuff at the moment? Silence. Sorry. Slice. Wait, no. Still. Sorry. How you doing? Dexo plays. Welcome. My brain just had a bit of a fade. Then I read silence, and then I'm like, hang on, no, there's no end in that, so that's not silence. How you doing, dude? Welcome in. Jesse, welcome in. Duckies, lots of duckies, yes. Lots of ducks and lots of angry people. So, if you've probably seen, there is another Heroes Niantic thing that's about to start over the next few days. Because tomorrow is our last day. Isn't it ironic that they're starting the change to all this stuff right after raid hour? So they're making sure that they cash in on one last raid hour before they change. The wind, of course, the wind has to pick up. You know what? I'm going to grab a hat just to help with the old. These guys just need to chuck on a hat. Yeah. That'll do. So yeah, sort of ironic that they're, cashing in one last time on raid hour, making sure that people do as many as possible before they decide to change everything up. But as I said, there's another Heroes Niantic thing, which is going to be starting, I think it's tomorrow or sometime tonight, American time. And yeah, hopefully this time they actually hear us, because I think there's going to be a lot of people which just stop playing the game if they go ahead with these changes that they're going to make. And I can already see a lot of people today when I jumped onto Twitter were saying that it looks like Niantic's actually going into maintenance mode for Pokemon Go. So this might actually start being the death of the game, guys. Like, it looks like Niantic may have stopped, having motivation to actually do anything with it because of the way that the community is. Like, they don't want to change things because they want to do things their way, and the community is too vocal about the changes that they make, so they're just like, fine, we don't care anymore, we're just going to make the game die. And as you've also seen, they've been blocking people, like Niantic have been actually blocking people that have been speaking out against them on Twitter and stuff like that. So they're being very childish for a multi-billion-dollar company. So, yeah. Games in 2023 went downhill. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, after all this time, all the money and effort and everything that everybody's put into the game, they've decided to just let it die the way that it's dying, which is very, very disheartening. I mean, this is how we've built a community here. I mean, if it wasn't for this game, we wouldn't have this online community that I'm talking to right now, sort of thing. So for them to be so against the online community and just want it to be, no, you have to be in person if you want to play the game, it's just dumb. It's very, very dumb. What are we going to do, you mean, for raid hours? I mean, honestly, if they do end up going through with the changes, which is more than likely, just because I can't see them making a change because people are complaining, because when do they ever? We can still host raid hours. It just means that I can't do as many raids. It just means that I'll be only able to do like 5 to 6 raids per stream, and then I'll just be able to host them for people, like the same as we always do. sort of thing. So yeah. You changed your name? No worries, dude. As long as you guys, like, if you change your name, you just have to remind me of who you were. Just so I know, because I don't know, because I can't see you guys. All I see is a name, so it gets very difficult to keep track of everybody when you change your names. You got a new dog. Nice, dude. What type of dog did you get? New little puppers. Oh, you thought it was raid hour? No, raid hour's tomorrow. I mean, we have gone back an hour because of daylight savings, but yeah, we haven't gone back that far. Whole week. Raid hour is tomorrow. And like I said, tomorrow is the last raid hour of being able to do as many remote raids as we want to do. You did 100 Lugia raids. Did you at least get a shiny out of those 100 raids? And let me guess, the vast majority of those raids that you did were remote raids, sort of thing. So it's just like, it looks like Niantic don't like money. And their excuse for doing what they're doing is, one, they want to promote the in-person gameplay again. But two, they think that this is going to help with the longevity of the game. They want people to be playing the game for years and years to come. And it's just like, yeah, no, I don't see that happening with doing what you're doing, sort of thing. I don't see how taking a feature that people have become accustomed to away from them for the most part is going to promote people to want to play, like, continue to play the game. So they really seem to be shooting themselves in the foot. Hey Fitzy, how you doing, dude? There's no way you just got a shiny on your second year. Seriously, dude? Nice. Congratulations. Sometimes you get lucky like that. I've been lucky like that during spotlight hours in the past as well. You know, the first couple of checks, you're just like, bang, shiny, ah! Nice! But well done, dude. Game companies don't care nowadays. Pretty sure Sony admitted that they don't care about Call of Duty. But Call of Duty isn't a Sony game, it was an Activision game. Like, Activision were the ones that... Like, Sony's a bigger company than just PlayStation, though. Like, Sony was around long before game systems and all that sort of... Like, they're an electronics company and a production company and stuff like that. They're not so much a game company. They have subsidiaries, which are people that make games for them and stuff like that, but they're not so much focused on. It's sad companies need to put the effort in, care about the products more. At the end of the day, they just care about the money. I mean, that's what they're in business to do, make money, and that's through the products that they produce. So they don't so much care about the products that they're producing. It's more about how many people are going to consume those products. And it's why you end up getting games like Cyberpunk and stuff like that, for instance. That should have been a really good game. It is a good game, but it's not as good as it could have been, just because they got greedy and they just wanted to push it out early and make as much money off it as possible, and you saw how that ended up going. So unfortunately, it's just the way that it is in the world that we live in, where companies care more about the money than the end product and the consumer, sort of thing. As long as they can market to consumers and trick them into... You know, that's one of the big problems with the gaming industry, for instance. Like, as an example, all these pre-orders that we have for games, they market and market and market and make people want to pre-order games, and then when the game actually releases, it's not as good as what people think it's going to be, and they don't care. Like, as a company, they don't care because they've already made their money off of it. They tricked people into pre-ordering the game because their marketing was successful, and at the end of the day, they don't care about the end product. So Sony own... Okay. Those were before even the price changes for $195 to $525 was announced, making it look like Niantic was proposing a compromise. Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, I can deal with the limit to raids. I can deal with them imposing a limit to the amount of remote raids that we can do. That I was already willing to accept, sort of thing. But the price hike, that's another thing. I think adding the price hike to it as well was a dumb thing for them to do. You think that it's our location data and all that sort of stuff that they're really interested in. But at the end of the day, if people stop playing the game, how are they going to get that data? Like, you'd think that they would want to be promoting as many people as possible playing the game, just so they can get the money from selling that data and all that sort of stuff. But instead, they keep shooting themselves in the foot, and I don't understand what the logic behind the CEOs. But I mean, we've discussed this before in previous streams. CEOs, they're not as smart as they think they are. Just because they're in charge of a multi-billion-dollar company, they all have these delusions of grandeur where they think that every idea that they have is the greatest idea ever just because they've made money off of some of their ideas. They're actually human, and they're a lot dumber than they think they are just because they don't see... For instance, like, the gaming industry is a perfect example. The vast majority of CEOs that run game companies and stuff like that, they don't play the games that they're producing. So they don't care at the end of the day what the end user's experience is when it comes to playing that game. They just care about, like I was saying before, marketing and getting as much money out of those consumers as they possibly can through the marketing and all that sort of stuff. So it's a shame. And yeah, you end up getting dodgy things, especially more so these days. It's like the passion has been taken out of creative industries just because people can make too much money off of it, and greed basically rules. So the creators are like, I'm not blaming the devs or any of that sort of stuff for these decisions, because they love the game, they play it, they make the game, they put their heart and soul into doing what they have to do to produce a game or music or movies or all that sort of stuff. It's the people that are the higher ups that just don't give a stuff about the... like user metrics and such is what others in my town Discord server have been saying. Yeah, they only care about that sort of stuff. My shiny luck. Your shiny Lugia luck is insane. 3 shinies in 22 rays. Best one is 15, 15, 13 as well. But couldn't get a single shiny Tornadus in the same amount of rays. Yeah, it's luck of the draw. And I mean, it's that sort of thing. How many raids are you going to be able to do once these changes come in? So, I mean, another excuse of why they wanted to add the limitations to the remote raids and all that sort of stuff is to make the shinies and just obtaining legendary Pokemon rarer, like making them rare again. Because I mean, we've gotten to the point where I'll do a raid hour and I'll go home with 10, 12 of that legendary in that time frame sort of thing. And legendaries are supposed to be legendary Pokemon where they're rare, so you're only supposed to have a certain amount of them. I think, they've just overdone, but they've already let the cat out of the bag for this. I mean, they've already ruined shinies. I mean, look how common shinies have become. And I mean, even the Pokémon Company has just made it that getting shinies in main series games is easier these days just because of the amount of shinies you can get from Pokemon Go. I mean, back in the day, getting a shiny used to be a rare thing. It used to be, a 1 in 3,000 plus chance of getting a shiny. They were super rare. Made you really happy when you finally got one after hunting. These days, you can start playing a game and have one within 10 minutes. So, you go and do a comm day in Pokemon Go, you've got 50 by the end of the day. So, shinies have just become a less valuable commodity. They've just really cheapened shinies. And Pokemon Go has sort of done the same thing with legendaries. But like I said, they've already let the cat out of the bag. What's the point of changing it now? COD is a tragedy. It's been so rough. Unfortunately, it's what happens when you've run a series into the ground. I mean, how many Call of Duty games is there now? you can only do the same thing so many times until people get bored of it. And I mean, even the people that are making the game get bored of making the same thing over and over. It's like any sports game, for instance. I mean, they re-release an NBA like 2K game, or any of the other sports games every year, and basically it's the exact same game. The only thing that's changed is rosters and all that sort of stuff, but they keep recycling the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again, and people just get sick of it after a while. You're the opposite. You would prefer the price hike over the limits. Why so? Explain why you would prefer the price hike over the limits. How you doing, Lost Plays? Welcome in, and Pokemon Go. Welcome, guys. How are you doing today? We're just having a discussion about the changes that Niantic are planning to do in the next couple of days. So weigh in with your opinions, guys. Let me know how you feel about everything. I'm interested to hear what everybody's got to say, where your opinions are coming from, your side, all that sort of stuff. So be sure to weigh in, guys. Hey, he's tiny. Got some tiny eggs. Can we get a raid pass from the research after the raid update? Supposedly, yes. Not every time. It's going to be one of those random rewards. So each one of your weekly breakthroughs, there is a chance of, like, from what they've said in the information that they've released to us, there is a chance that you can get a remote raid pass, but it's not a guarantee. So it'll be the same as, getting one of the evolution items or something like that from your weekly breakthrough. You'll have a chance of getting one. You're not guaranteed it. Execute Order 66. Execute Order 66. oh my god, there's a lot here. Got some clicking to do. COD releases a game that's 60% complete and then takes a year to make it better. Then they don't implement the good changes they made. Yeah. It's because they don't learn anything from the mistakes that they make, unfortunately. And like I said, that's not the devs team's problem. That is the higher ups. That's the CEOs of the company, because they're trying to make investors happy and all that sort of stuff. So basically, stockholders, like shareholders, people that have invested, like investors and all that sort of stuff, they've got to keep them happy by getting their money back, the money that they've invested into the game or into the company or all that sort of stuff. They're obligated to make them their money back. So the way that they do that is by pushing out stuff that isn't ready. Because, I mean, it takes... Sorry, guys, there's like a truck right next to me. It takes a dev team a certain amount of time to produce something that's, worth actually putting time and money into and all that sort of stuff. But the CEOs just don't understand that, it takes time to do that sort of stuff, because all they care about is the money, like we've been discussing. So that's why, like I said before, that's why games like Cyberpunk end up being the way that they are, because that game was nowhere near ready. And the devs told the CEOs and stuff like that of CD Projekt Red that the game was not ready to be released, but they just had to make their shareholders and all that sort of stuff happy, make their money, and they pushed the game out before it was released. It's the perfect example of things being hyped, because they hyped that game up that it was supposed to be the greatest game ever. It's supposed to be this, supposed to be that. And everybody bought into it. Everybody was just like, oh yeah, I can't wait till it comes out. And then it came out and it was a huge flop. Like I said, it's still an enjoyable game and it could have been something really special, but it was just pushed out too early. It wasn't ready. And as I also said, it's not the dev. Like, I feel sorry for the dev teams in all these companies, because they get blamed for a lot of these things that happen, and it's just not them. They're putting their heart and soul into creating. Like, I come from a dev stamp, like, I used to do game development and all that sort of stuff. So I know how hard it is. I know how much time and effort and all that sort of stuff that people put into this stuff. And then at the end of the day, it's out of their hands of when it gets released and all that sort of stuff. So I feel bad for them, like, because then people just don't like the stuff, like the work that they put into stuff because of it just not being finished, and it's unfair on them, sort of thing. Because a lot of people I know want more than 5 raids a day. You want them. I mean, at the end of the day, they shouldn't be making any changes. But like I said, I can stand with the 5 raids a day. I just think the price hike is the bad thing. But at the same time, I mean, they're both equally bad, but you got to pick your poison, sort of thing. And just to me, I feel like having a limit on the raids is less impactful than the amount of money that people now have to pay on those raid passes. So I don't know. Like I said, everybody's going to have their own opinion when it comes to that. Yes, opportunity for raid pass not guaranteed though. Yeah. And if you have 3 remote pays, we'll start that one again. If you have 3 remote passes, it'll be, yes, just a premium pass, which I think is a little bit dodgy for the weekly breakthrough. Just let you do what you want to do. Exactly. I mean, as I said before, we've all become accustomed to the way that the game is. People have adopted the changes that they've made, and as one of the main arguments that I'm seeing on Twitter and stuff like that about the changes that they're making, it's going to really impact the online communities that people have developed. I mean, for instance, you guys are my online community. You're from all around the world. We all do raids together during raid hours and stuff like that. So how that impacts us directly, sort of thing, just because you guys can't do as many raids, etc., etc. Yeah, so this online community that we've fostered over the last couple of years gets impacted, and according to Niantic, that's okay. But I live in an area where the in-person raid community just isn't there anymore. I mean, it was already starting to die off before COVID happened, but COVID smacked it for a 6, sort of thing. I mean, everybody just stopped meeting up and doing. And our last elite raids that we had for the Reggie Drago, we managed to do 1 raid for the entire day. I tried to organize them from when they first started at 11 a.m. all the way through to 5 p.m. Nobody was interested. I heard back from like 3 or 4 people for the entire day that were like, oh yeah, we'll do one if we can get enough people. And that was it. And even when we did go to the raid, nobody got out of their cars and hung out and actually spoke to each other or anything like that. Everybody just, kept to themselves, doing their own thing. So I feel in a lot of instances, and especially around areas like I live where it's, semi-rural and all that sort of stuff, it's just going to make it impossible for people to actually raid, them trying to promote this in-person raid stuff. And by doing the stuff that they're doing, it's not going to entice people to, I have no choice, now I have to go out. It's just like, people just stop playing the game. And so you heard turning off Adventure Sync isn't enough. We need to uninstall. Wait for the... another tiny one. Sorry, for what do you mean, Miss Murder? Maybe you'll uninstall the legit game and keep the spoofing. I mean, that's another thing that it's going to do. It's going to promote a lot more spoofing. People that, still want to be able to play the game doing remote raids and stuff like that will do the raids in person, but not actually be at those raids. They'll spoof to raids. And yeah, I mean, how does that fix the game? How does that increase the amount of people, like interactivity between in real world players? That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't. It just promotes people, doing the spoofing. For the data collection. Okay, yes. Yeah, I think they just collect, as long as the game's on your phone, they can collect like a lot of, because you've given permissions for it to use your location and stuff like that when you're playing the game. So even when the game's not running, I'm pretty sure it can still do stuff, because that's how phones work these days. Everybody's trying to steal your data. As you've probably, like in Australia, and I'm pretty sure in America and stuff like that as well, government people, like people that work for the government, aren't allowed to have TikTok on their phone anymore just because of the Chinese spying. Only rep from BC. You said this in a post, people resort to spoofing to large cities like New York. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no matter what Niantic do with this, they're shooting themselves in the foot, sort of thing. It's not going to promote the in-game aspect that they're trying to, like the in-real-world aspect, I should say, that they're hoping that it's going to promote. Like, those days are sort of gone. People have changed since the game come out because of the whole pandemic thing and all that sort of stuff. People are just, you know, more likely to keep their distance from groups of people and just all that sort of stuff. So Niantic need to evolve with the world, but they're not. They're still stuck in 2016. It's like, come on, Niantic. That's not how it works anymore. Your alt account sits at home most of the time. Same with mine. I mean, I've got my phone, which I'm reading the chat on, and this is the phone that I run my second account on. But the last time I used it was during the Reggie Drago raids that we did the other week. And that was the first time that I've logged into that account in months, like probably 6 months or something like that. So I very rarely use my second account. You thought she wanted you because you're buddying. Yeah, it's all the data, bro. Should make a song about that, like Justin Bieber song. She doesn't want me for my body, it's my data. Just unsubscribe and just leave, guys. It's okay. I understand. I'll never do that again, I promise. The only reason why yours is still on is the masterwork research. You have 4 days to spin a stop. Speaking of master research, thank you for reminding me. Give my Lego Mon a little pat on the head. You're a good boy. Hey, Dalsandu. I did say hello to you at the start of the stream. You must have been off doing something else. How you doing? And Yu Chiang, welcome in. Welcome, guys. How you doing? You have to get 6 more best. I still need to get 8. I only have like 2 best buddies. I'm just like, God damn it, why? This is going to take me forever. I have a Mewtwo and a Gibble. They're like my only best buddies. So I'm like, well, I guess this is an excuse to start trying to get some of my hundos up to the best friends. Make sure you hit that like button as well on the stream, guys. If you haven't already, helps out immensely. I appreciate it. So get to it. If you like my stream, I heard that Niantic will turn around their decisions about changing. The more my stream gets liked, the more likely Niantic is to you know, not make the changes. That's gonna take ages, yeah. Like B-U-D-D-Y-S. Wait. What is it again? Oh, I spelled it wrong, that's it. Buddies. So yeah, we got the Mewtwo at the top, and then there's like a Gibble all the way at the bottom. They're my only two besties. The rest is just like, God damn it, it's gonna take me so long to get all these, like 8 more. You have to get, wait, nearly 300, or is it over 300 hearts for each one before it becomes a best friend? So it's like, that's months worth of work that I need to put in to try and get the... Oh, you're at the gym while watching, so you couldn't chat? Oh, good, dude. Oh, good. Yeah, I did leg day earlier today. legs and abs. I mean, abs is every day, but today was leg day, so yeah, now I'm walking as well after doing leg day. It's not so bad now. It'll be bad tomorrow. Like usually it's like the next 2 days after leg day, which is just like, ugh, my glutes and my thighs are like, I can hardly walk. Hey Diana, welcome back. Oh, thank you for reminding you to like the video. Yeah, sometimes it's as simple as that. People just forget. So as a YouTuber, I've got to make it my mission to remind people all the time. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you also do that, because it helps out the channel. Got to grow. And given that Pokemon Go's in a state of decline, we're gonna have to start doing some other stuff on the channel. Like definitely, like I've been talking about this over the last couple of weeks, sort of thing, about introducing new stuff to the channel, but it's become more and more of a necessity just because of the way that Pokemon Go is going. Like honestly, if they do start just ignoring the game for the most part and doing half-assed events and all that sort of stuff, I can't see myself actually making another video for Pokemon Go at this rate. I mean, I'll still stream it, but I can't see me going out of my way to go out and actually film videos for it and that. So I'll have to start streaming some other stuff on the channel as well. And I also still have my other channel ideas that I want to do, which will be sort of like a health, fitness, mind state channel. Sort of like just mental health and physical health, and just changing your life for the better in general and all that sort of stuff, since I've been sort of on that path over the last year, doing a whole bunch of lifestyle changes and just making myself a better person. So I feel like I got some stuff that I can relay to you guys on those subjects. Legs is always the worst pain wise. Yeah, it's because you're lifting like your whole body weight, like chest and arms and all that sort of stuff. It's not so bad if you're just doing weights. I mean, even like body weight exercises, they're not as bad, but your legs tend to be like your whole body weight, especially since the ones that I'm doing as well, like the workouts that I'm doing like backwards lunges, so it's like full body weight, and I've got like an 8 kilo dumbbell in each hand as well, so there's like an extra 16 kilos being added onto body weight. And then yeah, everything else as well, like step ups onto chairs and RDLs and all that sort of stuff. It's just like legs are not fun. But you got to do legs, because if you don't do legs, then you just look out of proportion. You've got like a big upper body and you've got like pencil legs. Gotta love delayed onset muscle soreness. Yeah, it's a good thing. But honestly, without the pain, how would you know you're getting the gains? See, no pain, no gain. You changed your name, by the way. Yes, I did see that. You're a duck now. You are a duck. We have multiple ducks in the stream. You have World Shiny Pikachu, your first ever Shiny Gible, Shundo Gyarados, and a Shiny Sylveon. I'm guessing, wait, you have 5 buddies, you're saying this matter, as your 5 best buddies? What's happening about this new rule rating? We're going to have should be good. That's what we've been discussing for basically the whole stream so far, just about how it's going to impact the game, sort of, yeah, how it's going to make a lot of people stop playing, and just everything. If you would like to hear what we've been talking about, just rewatch the stream later. It's better than going over everything again. But let me know your opinion, Diana, what you're thinking about everything. How you feel about the changes that are going to be made. So I've been asking everybody what their opinions are, sort of thing. And this is healthy conversation. It helps us, you know, discuss this stuff instead of bitching and moaning about it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, that doesn't help anything. If we're just going, oh, screw Niantic, do this and blah, 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 I mean, it doesn't help anything. Constructive feedback and constructive criticism is what we need to be relaying to them. So talking about that sort of stuff in chat is good because, you know, we get multiple perspectives on everything. You'll do it later. No worries. No James or Reckless. Not tonight. There is the change with daylight savings finishing, so people will have to get used to the hours difference for streams, so maybe they just haven't seen that. But that's all good. It's all good. Oh, she has 12, but you only have 5. Okay. See, well, I like to talk about my real life. Like, Niantic's all about, you know, in real life interactions. It's just like, well, I have best buddies in real life. I don't need digital creatures on a game to be my best friends, okay? It should all about, you should be able to submit real life friends to the game and just be like, these are my friends. Do they count? Please let them count for the master research. Oops, fuck you now. You still have more than me, so, you know, you got that at least. You got bored last year and did a bunch of best buddies over a few months, so you have... It's like you knew ahead of time. Preemptively hit them. I wish I put a bit more effort into it, sort of earlier on. I think I got a couple that have decent friendship levels, like, I'm pretty sure my Xerneas, where is it, this one has fairly high friendship level on it already, because this was my buddy for a while and I was interacting with it, so it'll be one that I do change to, because it's like a 98% shiny Xerneas, so it'll be one that I'll change probably after the Groudon. Get a couple of these guys, so it won't take me as long as it could. You've only got 2, it's the same with me, dude. I've only got 2 best buddies as well in game. You haven't been playing for weeks because of health. Yeah, unfortunately, Niantic doesn't care about that. They just want you out in the real world, being sick and spreading it to other people, or, you know, just being incapable of actually going out and playing the game because, you know, you've got other issues going on. They don't care about that. They want you in the real world. You gave Willow your friends for candies. Well, that didn't work out too well, did it? Wait, what are you talking about? Stripping? What? Wait, what, Jimmy? Like, actual stripping? Do. Maybe we can turn this channel into a stripping channel. Probably not. Don't think that'll go well. Sorry, if you search Buddy 5 in Pokemon screen, you can check how many... okay, best buddy. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the 5 is how many... Okay, cool. Cutie Fly, is it good? No. It's just one of those ones that you're adding to the deck sort of thing. It doesn't really have any use. Unfortunately, bug Pokemon don't really fit into the meta at any point. And there's stuff like Buzzwole and that. There's a few decent bug types, but for the most part, bug types don't really contribute to the meta in any way. You have 1 best buddy, Dana. I know how you feel. I'm on 2, so gonna have to get to work, get them best buddies up. The good thing about that is you can actually do it from home. You don't have to go into the real world to do it. As long as you've got berries, you can take some junk pictures and scratch them on the head and feed them some berries. And if you've got Poffins also help, because you can feed a Poffin to it and you get double hearts for each interaction. I hate this time of year. It's only going to start getting darker and darker. It's still got 20 minutes left of Spotlight Hour and it's almost dark. Don't like it. I'm going to have to turn my torches on soon so I can see. It got dark, Jimmy. Where are you real quick? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the sun was already going down because we're an hour back now because of Spotlight. Sorry, because of Spotlight Hour, because of daylight savings finishing on the weekend. So we're basically an hour forward. This time it'd be like 20 to 7 last week. Instead, it's 20 to. Oh, sorry, it is 20 to 8, I should say. Last week. So I'm gonna have to start watching out for the ghosts down here soon. Them spoopy ghosts. Actually, speaking of, like, not speaking of ghosts, but speaking of torches, I'm actually going to turn one on so I can sort of see what I'm doing, because it is pretty dark where I am. I mean, I'm just walking into the darkness at this point. Sounds a bit like Niantic, just walking into the darkness. Gorillapod, such an underrated bug type. There's better, but unfortunately, like Genesect, it has the same typing as Genesect, being Steel Bug. Genesect's better. So it is an underrated bug type, but there is, in Pokemon Go, Genesect is always going to be better. Hey Martin, how you doing, dude? Fairy Wind is cool, but only has 2 nuke moves, so not the best for PvP. Yeah, they've had to nerf the fairy types a bit, because if they had them being as strong as, like, their attacks being as strong as they should be, they would just dominate, sort of thing, because it's such an OP type. I mean, look at Charm, for instance. Like, they already nerfed Charm, but it still does, like, epic damage, even to non-effective battles and stuff like that. Like, Charm still chunks damage off. Also makes the time change on the stream for everyone else pushed back 1 hour. Yeah, you guys in the States and stuff started daylight savings just the other week, didn't you? So there's like a 2-hour turnaround now for the streams. There's something behind me. Go away, leave me alone. Turns out it's Michael Myers just walking behind me. You have 12 best buddies and one. Well, best you start work on it. Don't walk on it. That'll probably be uncomfortable for the poor little thing. Start working on that, buddy. For actually, let's have a look, because DDY4. Okay, so we have a Garchomp there that we can start working on. That hopefully won't be too far. Buddy 3, Xerneas is a buddy 3, buddy 2. Okay, so we have a few buddy 2s. So if I just keep working on some of these ones that I've already got, hopefully it won't take me too long to get through. Is it water bug type? Okay. I thought it was steel bug type. Yeah, they're not really the best typings though for Pokemon Go. Q8 fairy, but you eventually make your own fairy. Yep, that's what they say. I got 15 minutes left. Come on, little golden eggies. Where you at? Eevee, wearing flower crowns. Why not? We may as well catch it. March 5 was the start of daylight savings in America. Yeah. So earlier last month. It's a hydrogen. Don't think you can walk on it. Well, you could. You could tell it to, like, sit on the ground, and you could just be like, I want to give you one of them Japanese massages. You just, get that Japanese chick that's just walking on your spine. Fairy bread is good and it tastes better if you eat it in Australia. Okay. Australian fairy bread, eh? I mean, I suppose, given that we have actual bread and not just sugar dough. Because from what I hear, like, American bread is just basically like eating cake. Hey, Negan. Welcome in. Good to see you. Ooh, there's actually a... Oh, damn it. It's all the way up there. Damn it. I'm not going up there. Oh, there's actually a bunch of new stops up there. I didn't realise. Might have to go up there again at some point and actually get them stops. I'll save it for when we actually need to. When we've got a quest that's like, spin stops you haven't spun before. Actually, that could help me get my friendship levels up on my Pokemans. Because one of them is like visit a place that you haven't visited before, isn't it? You didn't get a message? I was like, good old YouTube. It's good like that, isn't it? Unfortunately, that's just the way that it is. Even if you're subscribed to the channel and you've got notifications turned on, it's luck of the draw if YouTube find it necessary to actually send you a notification that I'm live. That's why it's best to like follow on Twitter and Discord and all that sort of stuff as well, because then there's multiple notifications that should come through. There's multiple chances that you will actually get a notification when I go live. Oh yeah, today was also double catch candy, if you didn't know for the... I think I already have a whole bunch of candy for this. Even though getting some XLs might have been useful, given that a Alolan Executor is actually fairly decent. But I'm pretty sure I already have a bunch of candies, yeah. I have 116 XLs and nearly 3,000 normals. Do you fight Jimmy after or not? You're welcome to. It's like, what, 13 minutes left of the stream, so... I'm going to be past the car, because I'm almost back at the car now, so... I'll have time to battle while I'm wandering back to the car after we're finished. He might have not got notified either. Yeah, damn you, YouTube. How am I supposed to grow the channel and all that sort of stuff if you don't even notify the people that are subscribed and got the notifications turned on that I'm actually doing something on the channel? You suck. You suck just as bad as Niantic. YouTube, Niantic, same thing. They both suck. Hey, Brenton, how you doing, dude? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today, dude? You over odds for Exeggcute loving? I already have quite a few of these. Yeah, shinies. Yeah. So we're not short a shiny Exeggcute. So it's not really much of an issue. We've even got a couple of shiny Alolans. I actually don't have a regular. I haven't evolved one of my regular Exeggcutes into a shiny yet. Exeggcutors, rather. So we'll do that at the end of the stream, eh? Given that I haven't got one. We may as well do one. Because, yeah, we have enough. We have the technology. Not bad. Myself, I'm doing pretty good. Minus walking around in the dark looking for rotten eggs. Feels like a broken Easter. I mean, I got you guys keeping me company, so it's not that bad. It's actually not a bad night either. Like, I'm walking around in a t-shirt. Nah, it's a little bit chilly, but it was like 27 all day today here in Melbourne, so not a bad day. It's supposed to be warm again tomorrow as well. But yeah, we've just been discussing the Niantic stuff for the stream, basically talking about the changes that they're going to make over the next few days and what's in the plans for the Pokemon Go community, like how the content creators are going to try and do the Hear Us Niantic thing again. And look, I'll show you guys what's going on. And Pokemon Go content creators. So yeah, this is the stuff that we've been put together for a sort of thing. Dear Niantic, we are writing to you on behalf of our customers, the Pokemon Go community. We want to start off by letting you know that we love Pokemon Go, not just Go, but the Pokemon franchise in general. We are and always will be passionate, loyal, and vocal about our thoughts and concerns. We want Pokemon Go to succeed, and we want to be able to play the game we love for years to come. Unfortunately, as a whole, we feel unheard time and time again. Our questions go unanswered, our concerns are not addressed, and most importantly, our needs are not taken into proper consideration. As of now, we are specifically referring to the April 6th Remote Raid Pass update. We do not agree with your decision, and the majority of us want you to know that limiting remote raids to 5 passes per day will harm rural trainers who lack adequate local community support, trainers with disabilities who physically cannot get outside to play, trainers who have severe social anxiety, who struggle mentally to get outside and participate in in-person raids, trainers who work night shifts and cannot participate during the day, single-parent trainers who are managing children, a household, and a career with minimal time to spare. And most importantly of all, the remote raid changes will limit the global interactivity with our trainers who we have developed through tight bonds with over the last 3 years. Even for every form of trainer is equal and has every right to play and enjoy Pokemon Go. At the end of the day, the world has evolved since the pandemic. The landscape of working, playing, and interacting has evolved and changed. Trainers now work at home. Through the new work/life dynamic, rich remote communities were built. These communities are just as valuable and strong as in-person communities. These communities are equal, special, and one of a kind. And we know from at the bottom of our hearts that there is equal room to have both types of communities flourish simultaneously. So that's part 1, and then part 2 is, if Niantic goal is to get trainers outside, rewarding players significantly for doing in-person raid rewards, guaranteed XL rare candies, increased lucky friend odds during first-time in-person raid interactions, offer premium items such as incubator star pieces for in-person raids, incentivize that in-person raids, but do not take away and squander what we've built globally over the last 3 years. Without remote raids, the opportunity to attend live events, to meet with new global Pokemon Go friends will not be as enticing, exciting, or robust. We as a global community do not want the remote raid issues to come to this point, but as already mentioned, we are not heard. We are sad, distraught, and discouraged because our interactions with the global friends will no longer be free and accommodate for every type of global Pokemon Go trainer. Please, for the second time, hear us, Niantic. Talk to your community, talk to us, let's have a discussion. The answer is beyond creating scarce limitations and for remote raids, but creating a rich, incentivized environment to encourage local community congregation. Sincerely, the Pokemon Go community. So basically, that's what has been put together by some of the content creators. So supposedly 7 a.m. PDT, which is Pacific Daylight Time, isn't it? That's when a lot of the community is going to be posting this stuff up. So we'll see how we go with that. Sorry guys. That's great, you guys are giving feedback to it's great that we're doing it, but is it just going to go unheard like it has time and time again? That's the thing. Is this going to be worth our time, us trying to do this? I mean, last time we got together as a community and did the Hear Us Niantic stuff, they placated us and pretended that they were hearing what we were saying and were going to make changes and all that sort of stuff. But after a month or so, that sort of just went back to the way that it was before. Like I said, they just placated us and made us feel like they were listening, but they really weren't listening. They don't listen, and yeah, exactly. But all we can do is try as a community, guys. Jimmy should make a game, bro. I've made games before in the past. Like I said, I've studied game design. Like, it's what I did when I was at uni. I did game design. I made a marble game, which is like a game where you got marbles through a level sort of thing. I've done a whole bunch of mods for games. That's how this channel actually started. To go back to my very first video on the channel, it's a trailer for my Fallout 4 mod that I did. So I've done game design stuff in the past. I've had, thoughts of doing another game. It just takes a lot of effort, and my passion for it just isn't there like it used to be. Like, I still enjoy doing the game design stuff, but you have to be passionate to be able to see a project through to the end, sort of thing. And it's just like, I don't know if I've got that passion anymore. Jimmy cooks. Well, honestly, when I first started this channel, one of the original ideas that I had for it before I started doing Pokemon Go content was I was actually going to make a game on the channel and have you guys, basically the community, giving me input of what they wanted in the game. So start off making a game, like have an original idea that I was going to put together. As I was saying, have an original idea that I was going to put together and start making a game, and then sort of build it with you guys, like have you guys giving me input of what you wanted me to put into the game and all that sort of stuff. And as for the cooking stuff, when I start the second channel, which is becoming more and more of a thing that's probably going to happen, I'll probably do stuff like that on that channel, because like I said, it's going to be about fitness and bettering yourself and mental health and all that sort of stuff. So having cooking as part of that stuff will probably be something that I can fit into that channel, doing like cooking stuff with you, or even maybe not so much doing it on the channel, but starting up a Patreon and having it that, people that support on the Patreon, we can do like monthly cooking streams and stuff like that. Buddy bikes, exactly. It's like, I was trying to have a conversation, like, god damn it, mate. Hey Evolution, how you doing, dude? Sorry, man. Excited for next Spotlight Hour. What's next Spotlight? I know what we're getting this month, but which one is it next? I didn't make enough effort to pay attention to what they were. Is it Tangler or is it Trapinch? Because I know those are both. It's alright, Evolution. Like, daylight savings has started, so you guys have an excuse for coming into the streams late, because daylight savings has finished here in Australia is what I meant to say. Hey, thank you, Negan, for VVIPing yourself. I'll take that. That's VVIPing yourself. Don't pee yourself. It's probably not a good thing. All right, there we go, guys. Spotlight Hour is finished. Unfortunately, we did not get the shiny. That's okay. As you saw, we have a whole bunch of golden eggs already. So, a shelter, yes. Yes, I knew Shelter was another one. Yes, I am looking forward to Shelter. It's probably the one I've been looking forward to the most forever because I only have one shiny Shelter. I've never actually caught one in the wild myself. The one that I have was traded to me by Zoe. So yeah, I would really like another one so I can actually finally do the evolution for it. VVIP, nice. It is nice. Thank you. Like I said, thank you for... and hey, Becky. Sorry, dude. How you doing, man? Welcome in. You grew some muscles? Nice, dude. I mean, you can't really see because it's dark, but... So, Jimmy's got some muscles too. Like, you can't really tell. It just looks like... sort of looks a little bit like a potato. Yeah, I got a potato. I've got some muscles too. It's what happens when you lift heavy things. Your muscles start to grow. Oop, Tef is on for the battle straight away. Please don't do that. I'm not into that golden stuff. Just quietly. It's not one of my kinks, okay? Let's go with that. Actually, I probably should have chosen a different, but that's okay. Potato flex. Fiddly dee potatoes. The Irish is coming out of me. It's like my Irish side's coming to the surface, guys. Jimmy Anderson is your favourite England cricketer. I don't know who that is because I don't follow cricket in any way, shape or form. I'm an Australian, but I'm one of those Australians that couldn't care less about cricket. There's a lot of us. Like cricket, you either love it or you hate it here in Australia. There's no real middle ground, and cricket is just something that I've never really been interested in. I like fast-paced sports. Cricket is way too slow. So I watch stuff like AFL football and stuff like that, which is more of my type of thing. Jay got a shiny one of those. The lantern. I do have a shiny lantern. You love it. You love cricket. It's like I said, you either love it or you hate it. Cricket is just one of them sports. Arbok. Ooh. Honestly, I was expecting to see that Yuxi that's always out. Battling UTEF, it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe that Yuxi isn't there. What's going on? AFL. You don't like AFL? You bloody Queensland. Wait, are you Queensland or New South Wales? Either way, I understand why you... because it's either or. Bloody Queenslanders in your NRL. Honestly, I just... I'm sorry to say it, but NRL to me is just a meathead sport. Just like, how hard can we hit each other? It's like, I don't, like, I watch, like, the State of Origin and stuff like that. It's like, I don't hate NRL, but I'm a Victorian, so it's like, AFL is my sport. New South Wales, yeah. I knew it had to be one or the other, because, like, if it's NRL, it's just like, yeah, you're either a Queenslander or a New South Welshman. I know, Negan. Geelong is on the bottom of the ladder. The reigning premiers have just fallen into a bloody hole this year. I'm so glad that we beat Brisbane on the weekend. We actually played a really good match against Brisbane. So yeah, at least we're not on the bottom of the ladder. We were for like a little bit last round. We were sitting on the bottom of the ladder until Hawthorn got absolutely destroyed by like 100 points. So I know your pain. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of teams this year which just aren't performing as well. Like, Dogs aren't performing as well as they could be. Geelong's just fallen well off. Brisbane's not playing as well as they could be. And then up at the top of the ladder, like teams like North Melbourne and St Kilda and Essendon, all these teams which you'd think would be in the bottom 8 are all sitting in the top. And it's just like, what's going on? What happened? Are we in bloody crazy land? Bizarro world. Anyone go for the Hawks? No. Why would you go for those stinkers? GG's. GG's, Tef. NFL and UFC. They're very different sport. I mean, I suppose not really, because I mean, and like I said before, NFL is more of just, you know, meatheads hitting each other. Like I said, NA, yeah, NF, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. The NRL. The same things. Just people hitting each other hard. Hawthorn's like, yeah, so you're a Geelong supporter, so you have like a thing against Hawthorn because of the whole rivalry between Hawthorn and Geelong. If Hawthorn was better, they would have beaten North Melbourne on the weekend, but you lost to North Melbourne, so... No, wait. No, you beat North Melbourne, didn't you? No, yeah, you beat Hawthorn. Sorry, North Melbourne. Scrap that. Don't mind. Don't mind me. It's 2 a.m. You're going to head off the bed? No worries, Tef. Thank you for the battle. Enjoy your night. Have a good sleep. Oh, you don't want to battle me. Why don't you want to battle me? Oh, we're a week out from best friend. Okay, if I remember, I'll try and stay up to sending you gifts and stuff like that so we can get it done. Just send me gifts if you haven't already, and it'll jog my memory. I'm pretty close to getting best friends with Holly as well, so I need to start remembering to send her gifts. Just so, because yeah, there's like 4 or 5 different people that I can go besties with soon. Just remind me if I'll open your gift now if I haven't already, and that way you'll be able to send me a gift and it'll hopefully remind me. Don't send me one now, like send me one tomorrow and it'll jog my memory. Simi Jiglets. Sort of sounds a little bit like a Pokemon. Yeah, I've sent you one of the Pokemon Oceanic ones, haven't I? God, I still have a lot of these. Shows you how often I actually pick up gifts. Anyway, have another one. I think I've already sent you one of these, but you can have another one. Trying to battle, got your shiny team ready. Yeah, dude, if you want to battle, like I'm still wandering back to the car, so I'm happy to do a few battles with you guys. Can you have an Oceanic gift? I suppose you can. Send you one as well. There's an Oceanic gift for you, and you can have an Oceanic gift, and you can have an You all get Oceanic gifts! Oh, good, Lachlan. I didn't realise I still had so many. You feel special right now. Alright. You got your shiny team together. So, I'm going to go with a non-shiny. Shinies versus non-shinies. Who is better? And in the red corner, we have the shiny team. And in the blue corner, we have the non-shiny team. Let's get it on! Shadows, yeah, I should have gone. I don't think I have many shadow Pokemon set up for GBL though. I got a Venusaur, and that's the only one that really rings a bell. Definitely the favorite mod. Wait, you're your own favorite mod, or? You felt the riz through the screen. Well, I didn't even see what that was. It was a Larvitar, but I didn't even get to see it. Poor little Ziggy. I think there's a bit of lag going on right now, because there's not a lot's happening, but I'm pretty sure did my Roserade even take a hit? Is it not working? Oh well. Someone won that battle. Is my game. Niantic, fix your game! I did. My Pokemon just broke the game. Just straight up smacked it. You watch, my account's been banned. Just, guys. Niantic obviously don't want people playing their game anymore. Sorry, we didn't interact in person. Like, that was a remote raid. Sorry, a remote battle. So apparently we just broke Niantic's rules. Sorry, guys. I just find it fun. Like, that's one of the arguments that I've seen online, sort of thing. People are going on about. So it's okay for us to, like, battle each other remotely, but when we want to raid remotely, like, we can't. Like, what's the difference? Why don't you start promoting, like, in-person battles and stuff like that as well? Be careful at night. Yeah, I got a torch on so I can see where I'm walking. Sort of. I mean, I'm looking at two screens, so I'm not really watching where I'm going, but I've walked around the trail enough that I know that there's nothing in front of me. Except that axe murder! Ah! Watch out for you. Got bloody potatoes lurking in the bushes. Looks like we're still getting some errors. Has your game errored out, dude? Because it doesn't seem like you're doing anything. You're coming. Yeah, game's locked up again. Bloody white screen of death. Look, I'm winning, guys, I'm winning! I'm so good at this game. I'm gonna be the very best, like no one ever was. To chastise them is my real test. Alright, it's obviously not working, so we'll just exit out of that one. Give me a sphere. A sphere of what? Just a sphere? It's like, here, have a round object. Give him a potato. As long as it's a round potato, We're all good. Are you going to go with another shiny team that's just going to die in one hit, or are you going to go with a proper team, Jesse? Just so I know what I'm choosing, like, because I think it's a little bit unfair if I go with Mega Bam Bam team and have a ball. Here, have a ball. I made it myself. Ah, keys. Oh, wait. The keys, I got into the car using them. I've put them in the ignition. I'm like, where are my keys? They're not in my pocket. You haven't battled. Okay. Let me go with a team that's going to be a little bit more on the same level then. Okay. That'll do. Ah, they're all around. Okay. 1500. Well, dude, you exited out of the battle. I won again. I'm so good. Okay, if they're all around 1500 CP, then that makes me feel less bad, I suppose. Can still go for a full shiny team. We'll have a shiny team versus a shiny team, eh? Probably shouldn't have gone with 2 water types, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. I think it's gonna be Stone Edge, but no earthquake. Okay. Probably good that I shielded that. Caught it. Yes. Celery. Damn you, celery. What's the longest word that can be made of Jimmy's? I don't know. Jimmy Smiggles. without anything in between. Oh, seriously? How did you survive that? Smileys. Well, there you go. Congratulations. I thought it would have been Smiggles, just because. Just. I did the exact same thing that you did. I held on by like the tiniest little bit. I just wanted to get Earthquake off just before I went out. That's the thing. I needed to get that Earthquake off. Now you're a tank, but I'm a spammer, so I don't think Dark Pulse is really going to do too much damage here. Or Psychic as well, okay. Yeah, okay. Psychic is just as good. Hopefully I can spam enough charge moves that I'll get the win here. I think so. I think we could. Oh, maybe not. Oh, is this good? Are you gonna win by 1 health? No, 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 no. Oh, I forgot you had another Pokemon. Come on. Ah, I got to it. Ah! Am I gonna win by 1 health? Probably not. Ah, oh, damn it. Damn it. That was so close. That was so close. It was like 1 hit either way. Oh my god. 1 HP either way, sort of thing. You need a short of that. Yeah, that was a pretty close battle. I don't think I'll be able to fit the whole thing into a short, though, because shorts are only a minute long, so the battle would have gone longer than that, but that was a very close battle. It's like 1 HP, 1 HP, 1 HP! Like 3 different Pokemon were down to like 1 HP. Speed it up, yeah. I'll see what I can do. Unfortunately, the problem with, for some reason, when I try and download my own stuff off of YouTube, it always takes forever. So downloading an hour stream just to get that one clip at the end will take like forever to do, just so I can make it into a short. But I'll see what I can do. I know fast forward is a thing, but sometimes like stuff isn't that great. Especially when you're looking at like the 1 HP stuff. But if I title it right. Alright, this will be the last battle for the night, guys. And then I'll wrap up the stream so I can go home and have some din-dins. Use Vividly. Wait, what? Vividly? What you talking about, dude? Oh, for like downloading or... I'm going on a date. Yeah, with myself. Wait, that doesn't sound good. Not that type of date. No, I'm just going to go home and have dinner. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner. The only thing that I've had to eat today, though, is a protein shake and like a cashew muesli bar thing. And I did like a 2.5 hour workout earlier, so just a little bit hungry, yeah. I Vividly YouTube. Okay. I'll look into it, dude. Like, because I'm a content creator, I can just download my stuff off of my platform without having to use things. But for some reason, YouTube just throttles my downloads from the thing for some reason. And it's only me, like, not only me, like, other people have the issue as well. But most people can just download stuff off of their own channel at decent speeds. But for some reason, I think it's like 1 megabyte a second or something like that. So downloading a stream that's like a gigabyte takes like 3 or 4 hours to download when it really shouldn't. All right, what are we gonna go with? You thought the Lantern Surf had you, not gonna lie. Honestly, I thought that was gonna do enough damage to the Stunfisk as well, because I was just like, oh. And it did. It got the Stunfisk out, but then yeah, 1 CP left in the end. I couldn't believe it. It was just like, damn you. Damn you! Whoever. More buff than Arnold. Not quite. He was Mr. Universe for a reason. Okay, what am I going with here? Let's just go with a different team, shall we? Oh, that was a little bit of an inappropriate time to be telling me that, Niantic, but thank you. in my chat. Sabotage. Yeah, it's because I've been talking about how bad they are all streams, so the game's been like, you know what? Let's just screw him over in his battles. Bee Slam. The Bee of the Slam. I really don't want to, but... It was super effective. Damn it. Dangle balls! Hope I had a good day. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was a nice day. Just did work out. Same as usual sort of thing, so didn't really do anything too different. Oh, it was close. It was close. It's okay because I'm going to tank this because it's same types. You'll not hurt me. Ooh, you do hurt me though. Damn it, this is where I needed. I couldn't get to my charge. That's not fair. I hate Bastiodon. Jimmy's is worth 22 points in Scrabble, but you can't use names though, can you, in Scrabble? GG's. I haven't played Scrabble in too long, like in ages, but I'm pretty sure that was a rule, yeah, that you can't use names. How you going, Hanson? No, unfortunately we didn't get a shiny tonight, but thank you for actually reminding me, because that's right, we were going to do the evolution for one of the Exeggcutes, weren't we? Since I don't have a normal Eggy, so let's go through and find all the ones that we already have. There's a good one. That's not bad. That's not bad. That one's probably our best one. I think we'll do that one, the 189. So, okay, 189. We'll evolve this one. So we can add our shiny Executor rather to the decks. Our non-Alolamon, because we have a couple of Alolamons already. Force open a door. Isn't that a crowbar though? There we go. Shiny Executor added to the team. About time. I mean, I have quite a few. I should have done that like ages ago, but at least it's done now. We have one on the team. Jimmy's is allowed because it Jimmy unlock. But okay. I'll take your word for it, but I was sure that you could probably get some sticklers that'd be like, no man, you can't use that. Because you know what Scrabble people are like. Bloody grammar Nazis. I wouldn't know. Like I said, I haven't played Scrabble in years, but you mean it's a word somehow? Yeah, I think it depends on the spelling, though. Yeah. How to get a Alolan Executor? The ones that we've had special research days for it in the past, and it's been in raids, and every now and again it's added to research. I'm not sure if it's available in research at the moment though. But yeah, the ones that I've got were from special research day that we had in the past, sort of thing. So that's why I've got a couple of the shiny ones. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's available at the moment. It's one of those Pokemon that it sort of comes in and out of the game every now and again. And this one was just... Okay, so this one was actually in the wild. So they... Yeah, actually, no, this wasn't a research day. This was that was spawning in the wild during... What event was it? I can't remember what event it was now, but it was a special event that we had where that was spawning in the wild. Tell us you're lonely without telling us you're lonely. I use Tinder. Is that good enough? Wait, how many dating apps do I actually have on my phone? I have Hinge, Bumble, and Tinder. So is that good enough? Not that I actually I don't even think I have an account for Hinge or Bumble. I haven't logged into them. They're just on my phone. But does that help? Is that telling you that I'm lonely without being... You follow Andrew. Zing! Yeah, that's a winner right there. That is perfect. Yeah, I thought so. Alrighty, guys. Well, I am going to wrap up for tonight. But thank you for everybody that's jumped into the stream. Much appreciated. Like I said, be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done that as well. And yeah, hopefully you'll get a notification when I go live tomorrow for possibly the last raid hour where we can do as many as we want to during the time that we have allotted, if Niantic do end up going through with these changes. So yeah, make sure you make it in, guys, because after tomorrow it's going to be hard doing raid hours in the future. Like, we'll still do them, but we'll have to readjust how we go about doing them and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe and notification button. Make sure you jump into tomorrow night's stream. It's Lugia again, unfortunately, but we still need to try and get that shiny. But until then, guys, enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe, happy hunting. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Have a good night. Bye.